If you have a toilet tank that keeps refilling, the most common reason is the gasket on the flush valve. And you can either have a flapper, a canister, or a tower. Hard water, well water, and chlorine can affect the shape of the gasket and over time allow water in the tank to slowly leak into the bowl, and this causes the fill valve to turn on to refill the tank. So if you keep hearing that sound, it'll fill, turn off, and then after a period of time, it'll turn back on. If you have a flapper style flush valve like in this toilet, it's very easy to replace. Turn the water off to the toilet tank. You're going to turn your shutoff clockwise, and then you're going to flush the tank. Remove the chain from the handle and then pull the flapper off the flush valve. There's two posts that hold it in place, and you can see the buildup on this old flapper. Flush valves come 2 inches, 3 inches, or 4 inches. So lift up the flapper and measure the inside diameter of the opening, and it's going to let you know what size flapper you need. This flush valve is a 2-inch flush valve, and I'm going to be replacing the old flapper with a corky float style flapper. Attach the flapper to the 2 posts on the flush valve and then hold up the chain to your handle. You only want about 1/4 inch worth of slack, not more than 1/2 inch. Mark that length and then reposition your hook onto the handle. Use a diagonal pliers to remove the excess chain. This style flapper has a float, so you can adjust how long the flap stays open. If it's farther away from the flapper, it'll close faster. If you put the float closer to the flapper, it'll stay open longer. I'm going to turn the water back on, and then we'll test how long the flapper stays open depending on where the float is. This is with the float farther from the flapper. And you can see how quickly it closes and how little water moves from the tank to the bowl. I pushed the float down the chain closer to the flapper, and now we'll see how much longer the flap stays open. You can see we get a longer flush, more water moves from the tank to the bowl, so I'm going to have a more powerful flush. And you can adjust this to either stay open longer for a better flush or close faster to conserve water.